Brock Purdy, Ricky Pearsall, and Jacob Cowing. The 49ers, three Arizona guys golfing together back in the desert. And Ricky Pearsall and Jacob Cowing working out together a year after they both worked out with Deebo Samuel in Arizona. We are in San Francisco, headed to Bodega, Washington Square. This is supposed to be the best breakfast burrito in the city. I cannot wait to try it on this beautiful day. Then gonna get into the bay. As you can tell, we're moving from Nob Hill down into the dip here, up into Russian Hill, and then down to Bodega in North Beach. But I mean, let's talk about this summit that the 49ers are having in Arizona. Remember that Brock Purdy's high school, Perry High School, beat Corona del Sol, Crown of the Sun, Ricky Pearsall's high school, 70-24. It was a shootout, although it was one that heavily favored Brock Purdy's team. Brock Purdy's team was really, really good. Now, Ricky Pearsall didn't play on as good of a team, but he was damn good in high school down there in Arizona. I think he had like 184 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns in that game. That shootout loss to Brock Purdy's Perry High School. The next year, Ricky Pearsall broke the Arizona State record with 342 receiving yards in a game. So this guy was an absolute stud. Jacob Cowing, meanwhile, over there at Maricopa High School, also a really good player. He was the Arizona Athlete of the Year his senior year, and Brock Purdy was the Arizona State Player of the Year. That's what got him the invite to the Cardinal Stadium, where he met Patrick Peterson. Patrick Peterson, who later would guarantee an interception off Brock Purdy, but would not get it in that season opener against the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2023. So anyway, all kinds of cool history here as we climb up Russian Hill. Arizona players, oh look, there is Alcatraz. So yes, this is a good opportunity for a tour. Nice little zoom in there of Alcatraz. I'm gonna swim out there. Maybe not exactly today. I might swim in some of that water in the foreground of Alcatraz today, but we're going to do a big swim out to Alcatraz probably, I'm thinking, in late May. Late May. Oh, the San Francisco Fire Department boat is crossing over there, as we can see. It just disappeared. We continue. I can't wait to try this breakfast burrito over at Bodega. Anyway, you just talk about the importance of these players to the 49ers next year. Everybody knows that Brock Purdy and Ricky Pearsall, a huge battery of this 49ers offense. But Jacob Cowing, I think, has a hell of an opportunity for San Francisco because they've lost Deebo Samuel, who worked out with those guys last year. So there is an opening in this receiving room. We're talking about the possibility of the 49ers drafting a receiver. I talked about Alec Eilman, I talked about Nick Nash. Interviewed both of those guys at the local pro day this past week at Levi Stadium, Stanford and San Jose State. But first dibs will go to the guy who's already been in the system for a year. And Jacob Cowing was, I thought, electric every single time that he got a chance. And you know, rookie receivers, it's tough to get a chance in Kyle Shanahan's offense. That's why what Ricky Pearsall did should be especially celebrated, because not only did he get shot in the chest, not only did he fight through some injuries, he also turned in what he did, 13 catches, 18 targets over the course of the past 2 weeks. He also turned in what he did as a rookie. Jacob Cowing was really forced into duty in that game, week 7, against Kansas City, because everybody was hurt, right? Jennings had the hip injury. Deebo was about to be hospitalized with pneumonia. Ayuk tore his ACL. So the 49ers had to go to Jacob Cowing. He caught that little screen, looked explosive, and then he had the double move that turned into the deep gainer for the 49ers. So he was electric. And this year, maybe some of that consistency, the stability, the trust of Kyle Shanahan will be there after he's completed his rookie season. So he's going to have an opportunity. I'm going to have an opportunity to try this. Arrived, Washington Square, San Francisco. You could see where I'm headed. Bodega. It looks like there's a crowd outside. Hopefully it's not too long of a line. I'm not a line person, but we're going to check this thing out. Verdict is in. It's fire. This is the short rib.
breakfast burrito. Now, the life hack is to get a cup of coffee at Victoria Pastry, wait in the sun right next door to Bodega, because it takes a little while. Then you can eat.
Perfect blend of ingredients, which happens to be exactly what the 49ers pass game is looking for in 2025. We talk so much about the need to increase separation, where they ranked dead last in 2024. And Brock Purdy was still really good against zone coverage in 2024. Near the top of the league, it was the man coverage where the receivers couldn't separate where the 49ers had their issues. So you talk about Deebo Samuel leaving, Ricky Pearsall moving up the pecking order. It's because they believe that Ricky Pearsall can do a better job beating man coverage. I think that Jacob Cowing has the skill set to beat man coverage. I mean, he's so fast, and it's not just about beating man coverage one-on-one. It's about the overall impact that a player's skill set can have on a defense. So with Jacob Cowing's ability to threaten the defense with speed, either through those double moves over the top or just because of his after-the-catch speed on some screen passes, he can actually command the type of respect that loosens up the defense against other receivers. It's all part of a bigger puzzle. And I think that if Cowing does take that next step and does deliver for the 49ers this year, it's going to be because he has that type of impact using his speed, using his explosiveness on or against opposing defenses. Now, in many ways, Demarcus Robinson, the 49ers free agent acquisition, who was with the Rams, I think is a placeholder, and I think that he's going to be an effective placeholder. He played a lot of X receiver for the Rams last year. It was the biggest year of his career, about 500 receiving yards. But if the 49ers can get the type of production that I think Cowing is capable of, that a potential rookie is capable of, obviously check out the piece on Io Manor and Nick Nash, and we could talk about other potential rookie prospects. But if the 49ers can get the production from elsewhere, then it's not going to be Robinson's biggest year. Of course, we can't forget about the Brandon Ayuk piece of the puzzle, but we also can't count on Brandon Ayuk to be back by week 1. That's a different story in and of itself, one that accentuates the importance of the Arizona guys, Ricky Pearsall and Jacob Cowing, working with another Arizona guy, Brock Purdy, within the context of that 49ers offense.